Hi guys, Jets Consulting here on YouTube. Today we're looking at the Roadhawk DC1 in-car black box video recorder available from www.jetsconsulting.com. This is where the Roadhawk DC1 comes in. The Roadhawk DC1 is a small camera that can be mounted at the top of your windscreen that records video, audio, your location, the speed you're traveling, as well as the motions your car makes. The Roadhawk records continuously in a loop when you're driving normally, but when the camera detects a harsh jolt or impact, it creates a 20-second video event file, with all of the data embedded 10 seconds before the incident and 10 seconds afterwards. The Roadhawk DC1 retails at just under £200 or under £11 per month on lease. This is what comes in the box. So, in the box you'll find a complimentary Roadhawk window sticker, the instruction manual for the camera, as well as the Roadhawk PC software and the Roadhawk DC1 itself. On the front you have a 1.5 megapixel wide-angle camera lens. On top is the slot where the windscreen mount connects with the camera. On the side is where the power cable plugs in. This is the only cable that attaches to the Roadhawk, so you'll end up with a very tidy installation. On the rear, we have the E button, which stands for emergency. This lets you create a 20-second event file for something that you might feel needs documenting. Next to that, we have the M button, which stands for mute. Press this once to mute all audio and once again to resume audio recording. Between these two buttons, there is a small hole. This is where you reset the camera. This is the record LED, which flashes green when it's recording in the normal loop mode. However, it flashes amber if you've muted the audio. Next to this is the GPS LED. This is red when the camera is first turned on, but then changes to and remains green when a GPS signal has been established. A GPS antenna is on the very top of the camera to get the best signal it can. Finally, we have the SD/HD memory card slot. Underneath, you also get a 12-volt power cable that plugs into your cigarette lighter socket. This is a cell for DC windscreen mount for the screw-down clamp to ensure the camera doesn't go anywhere while you're still driving. If you think you'll be wanting to move the Roadhawk between vehicles, there's now a suction mount that you can buy that will make this easier. It's listed in the Roadhawk DC1 accessories page on www.jetsconsulting.com. The Roadhawk PC software. As a side note, this is not compatible with Macs, just PCs. You also get a complimentary 4GB SD/HC memory card. This is so you can start using your camera straight away. Now that we've seen what you get in the box, let's have a look at how you install the Roadhawk DC1 into your vehicle. Peel off the top of the 3M pads and stick the mount in place. Reinsert the Roadhawk itself and ensure the camera is horizontal and pointing directly forward. This is the best way of getting the perfect camera angle. Once this is done, you can think about how you can route a power cable. You can have the cable floating from your lighter socket to your camera, but it's not ideal. I managed to route the cable inside my roof lining, down the inside of the passenger door pillar using the rubber door trim, and then behind the glove box, as this was simply removed with 6 Torx screws. Okay, so that's the installation complete. Before you can start recording, remember to install the SD/HC memory card. Ensure the memory card's contacts are facing upwards and then insert the card until it clicks into place. It's a good idea just to turn the camera on so it can record a couple of clips before heading out onto the road. The reason for this is so the memory card becomes formatted, so you can adjust the settings using the supplied Roadhawk PC software. So, after you've recorded a clip or two, remove the memory card and install the software on your PC. Insert the memory card into a card reader, and you'll see the files you've created appear in the click window. Some basic functions of the software are the ability to open video files you may have saved to your PC. At the moment, we need to adjust the settings. First of all, we have video quality. At all times, you ideally want the highest quality set, so all your recordings are as good as possible. Normal and low quality will reduce the clarity of your video files. Click on a high quality bubble. Recording mode is entirely up to personal preference. You can set it to just loop an infinite mode and not record any event files. You can always press the emergency button on the back of the Roadhawk if something does happen. The majority of users will most likely prefer the infinite and event mode so that event files are automatically created if the Roadhawk senses sudden braking or an impact. The G-force sensors are very sensitive. I ended up selecting low sensitivity as the roads are not the greatest near me. The high and normal sensitivity turn out to be very sensitive to the point where every hole in the road was being treated as an impact. Click the Time and Units tab at the top. Depending on which country you're driving in, you can select kilometers per hour, miles per hour, or knots, if you're on a boat, I suppose. For the UK, obviously we need miles per hour. Underneath, ensure the date and time are accurate. Also, make sure you're in the correct time zone. The time and date will be embedded onto your video files, so do ensure this is correct. Apply to RTC doesn't currently have a function. At the time of recording, we weren't in British summertime, so this can be deselected. Now click the User Info tab. You have two optional settings here. You may enter a password to prevent your video files from being played without your consent. Also, you may enter your vehicle registration number to be displayed below the file name when it's being played in the Roadhawk software. OK, now double-click the time and unit information, then click OK to save the information to the memory card. Remove the memory card from your card reader, and then reinsert it into the Roadhawk. The memory card installed and the settings adjusted, you can now start driving with your Roadhawk DC-1. Here, I'm driving normally with the Roadhawk recording in infinite mode. I took a drive to a quiet area used by driving instructors. I wanted to do a simple emergency stop to further demonstrate the Roadhawk's event recording. There are some additional features to the Roadhawk software. You can rewind, fast forward, skip to the previous or next clip, and you can also change the playback speed. This is very handy if you need to review the footage to obtain specific details about an accident. On the way back from filming, I was in some traffic lights. They changed to green, and all of a sudden I saw a bicyclist zoom past, having gone straight through a red light. I gave him a short blast on my horn to make him aware of what he'd done was very stupid. And I also hit the emergency button on the back of the Roadhawk. This was to ensure that I have the event video file to refer back to. This is a perfect example of how you might use the emergency feature. The 1.5 megapixel camera performs as it should, and the video quality isn't too bad. It performs well during the day, but how does it perform in low light conditions? It handles the darkness pretty well. The road lights and headlights of other vehicles do help, but the point is, everything is visible if any other accident was to happen. Talking of which, here is a clip of another Roadhawk user who recently recorded a 4x4 towing a trailer nearly hitting a car as he joined the road. A very near miss. I just want to mention the mute feature. If when you're driving, for whatever reason, you need to mute the audio recording, simply hit the M button on the rear of the Roadhawk and the audio will be muted. The record LED starts flashing amber. To resume audio recording, press the M button once more. The record LED starts flashing green again. The Roadhawk DC-1 records a huge amount of information onto video files that can be played back in easy-to-use software, giving you the confidence of being protected no matter what happens when you're out on the road. The Roadhawk DC-1 retails at just under £200 or under £11 on a lease and is available from www.jetsconsulting.com. All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching.